Hello everyone, it's Yvonne back to do your bonus read. We're going to use the Connolly Tarot for this reading. All my new loves. I'm just loving the decks at the moment, so it's really nice to fall in love with some new decks. Okay, hope you've got something nice planned for the weekend. They're easing the restrictions a little bit here in Australia, so we hope that things don't get spiky again. People get a bit sensible about contact with others. But I've been out a couple of times and the shops have been extremely busy, and it's very difficult to keep your distance from people when it's that busy. But anyway, try your best. If it's too busy, go early in the morning or late at night. That's what I say. Alrighty, bonus reading with the Connolly Tarot. Oh, very nice. So we have the Ace of Pentacles coming out here. Now, the Ace represents the beginning of something new. This is the start of a new cycle. And the Pentacles represent something tangible. So very often this can mean that you have started a study course. You may have had some sort of financial relief here. You could be starting a new job. And it often signifies the start of a new relationship that brings sort of stability into place. So there could be, somebody coming in or somebody in your life that's going to want to move forward with you in a much more stable way. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man coming in behind that. Now, the Hanged Man talks of seeing things from a new perspective. It's about taking time out to really see what your options are and to look at what you've been given. Maybe something's been offered to you here, but you need time to work out whether it's right for you or not. I'm really, really drawn to the aura around his head today. So it's definitely about enlightenment. So I feel like, especially with this little angel here, it's some sort of enlightenment from the universe here. I feel like you're getting some sort of information, and again with some sort of download that's helping you to decide what you want here. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups. All right, so the Eight of Cups is about walking away from some sort of situation that no longer brings you emotional fulfillment. So you see this guy's walking towards the sun opening up here and walking away from the storm. He's after that cup. So I don't know, it could be the self-love cup. There's still two missing. So it could be that he's after love with someone else and he's taking the cup to offer to them. Someone here has had some sort of enlightenment here. We do have the Chariot coming out. The Chariot represents, so we have, the Chariot talks about moving forward. It talks about forward movement. Now, sometimes this can be stuck and it can be us waiting for forward movement, but it's a promise of things to move forward. Someone's had some sort of awakening here. Somebody's going after those cups. They've had some sort of realization about what they want in their life, and they're looking for something now stable. Now, you could have someone new coming in here, and there is an Ace of Swords here too. So somebody's looking after a brand new start. Somebody wants to make a life with you, have some sort of, it can be marriage or long-term situation with you. Someone's had some sort of wake-up call. Someone's seen things differently. They've seen things differently. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords coming in here. I think whoever this is has been thinking about this for some time. As to whether they make this offer. Now, there are 9 swords here and we've got the Ace of Swords up the front. So they've just closed out some sort of cycle here. Someone's closed out a cycle and is ready to move forward. Okay, so we have the Empress coming in. So we are getting some repeat cards from the What's Cracking reading. Someone is moving towards you here with an offer. There's the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the thing is with the pages, they're very often only messages or insights. Can be something coming in that's quite karmic. But whatever this is, you have someone who's closed out a cycle and is moving towards you here to make an offer. Someone who sees you as something very, very beautiful. For some of you, this is about, seeing someone that you just want to spend the rest of your life with. I feel this person's taken a long time. So whoever this is has been thinking about this for a long time and what they want. But they're still only bringing in a very small offer to start with. So it's always about that tentative communication or that sort of insight. This person's probably tried a few times to do this, but the time hasn't been right. So they're waiting for the perfect timing here. But the Nine of Swords and the sword up front tell me that some sort of cycle's finished out for them here. Okay, so we have someone here, again with the Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. More likely this person feels that they, you know, this is the husband card. It's someone who wants to offer something really powerful here. This person's been really focused on their finances, been really focused on their money. They could be moving away from someone too, being a King of Pentacles. So you could have someone that's moved away from someone here. All right, so we have the Four of Pentacles coming out. So someone's let go of something. Okay, and the Seven of Wands coming out here. The Seven of Wands talks about trying to get away with something. But for me, it's about someone not talking. So you may not have had contact with this person. Page of Cups, they want to offer you something now. You may have been the one that's moved away from something. Maybe you're waiting on the offer here. You may be waiting on an offer. But I feel like this person, you either have no communication whatsoever or the communication is very, very limited. Very limited. You may have pulled back your energy here with this Empress. You may have decided not to wait and move on, and you've let go of something. Because the Four of Pentacles for me is about ungrounded energy. It's about not being connected to the universe because you're stuck in a way of thinking or a way of doing that you're trying really hard to understand why. So sometimes we become so preoccupied with something that it makes it difficult to bring it about because we're so focused on the end result that we forget that we should be doing other things in the meantime. So it drives us insane. We get this Nine of Swords going around in our head energy, anxiety. Someone here has not been communicating or has cut off communication with someone. And someone wants to make an offer now. But it's taken for somebody to let it go in order for this to work. Okay, Temperance coming in here. So there is now a balance of energy. The universe is balancing something out. All right, we have the Three of Wands. So now we're looking towards the future. Maybe some of you have let go of the past. And we have the Fool card coming out. No, Two of Pentacles. Okay, interesting, because he looks like a fool to me. This is a card of balance. So is Temperance. Something had to be put right here. Someone had to find balance in order to move forward. And in order to find balance, they had to let go of something in their life. Let go of the attachment, let go of the energy. Because they were disconnected from source here. So they weren't receiving the downloads from the universe. Because their mind was too busy with trying to focus on outcomes. Oh my goodness gracious, there's an epiphany moment. Okay. So when you're focused on the outcome, when you're focused on your own desire, when you're focused on what you want to happen, the universe can't allow you to receive the messages you need to receive to understand how to move forward. That is probably the easiest way to explain it to you. And I've tried to explain the energy so many times and it's so difficult to explain, but I think that explains it perfectly. If your mind is busy with all the clutter and all of this energy around the what ifs, what will happen if, when if, it won't happen, it will happen, what is happening, how long does it take, what do I have to do? How can the universe or your spirit guides get messages through to you because you just dismiss them because you're so stuck in this way of thinking that you're never going to listen to the messages coming through because you are ungrounded. So therefore, if you're ungrounded, you're not connected to the source. That is why it's taking so long. I hope that people understand that now, because sometimes when I try and explain that, it just is so hard to explain the energy. But whoever this is here is releasing is releasing the energy in order to ground themselves, which means now Spirit can bring forth the messages that you need to hear rather than the ones you're making up in your own head. There is no room for Spirit in a busy mind. There is no room for new energy to come through when your mind is cluttered with all of your ego thoughts. This is you opening back up. This is you bringing in the balance here. This is you having an understanding of how you filled your mind with all of that ego stuff rather than letting go and allowing Spirit to do their work. Because you are the source. If your mind is clear and they can bring the messages through, you can help then move the energy forward. But if you're cluttered with all sorts of stuff from all of your life, from the way you've thought about doing things, if you have that clutter constantly going around in your mind, how does Spirit bring you through the messages you need to hear? So that here, when I see it, I see that you're moving forward now because you've attained this sense of balance. You have a greater understanding now of how to do this. So it is coming to you. But it's just having this realization here that all the time you're hanging on to these thoughts and ideas. Look at his feet. And in the traditional tarot, he has one across his third eye and one across his heart. So no messages can come through while you're blocked and not grounded. Understand that. He can't receive messages from Spirit because his head's covered, and he can't get them through the ground, which is where we ground ourselves to receive. So I hope that helps you understand a little bit more. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. Someone's had a change of heart. Someone's had a change, realization, opened up and allowed the energy to flow now. And they're moving away from what's held them back here. The Chariot can represent the moving forward. Ace of Swords represents living in your truth and understanding your purpose. So what you've got here is someone here trying to now bring balance back into their life by letting go of the expectations of what's going to happen in the future of the past. Like really understanding how to do that now and allowing the energy to go. So it looks to me like there's some sort of contact coming in or some sort of movement happening. Maybe an offer from someone once you've let the energy go. But you're holding your own energy back. Makes so much sense. Okay, so I have card number 1 coming out, which is called Eternal Youth, and it's about energy, newness, and vitality. So you're about to be rejuvenated, yay, and filled with energy and potential. You will look and feel very well, and your health will be vital. You'll be very attractive, and people will be drawn to your youthful, free spirit and enthusiasm. Explore the blessings of the body and mind. It's time to discover what your body can do and instigate a transformation. It is time to give in to what you love and make it a larger part of your life. It is time to eat well, drink deeply of water, and connect with new people. It is a time to love being alive, for that drinking deep from the cup of life is the true fountain of youth. And while you're doing all those things, you're not stuck in your head thinking about the what ifs. Have a wonderful weekend.